Sunday, Monday, Corey days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Corey days. Corey Day. What a day for YouTube. This content is ours. Scoop along with me those Corey days. I gotta tell you, I love that song.
It's a classic, man. You can't go wrong with it.
It just bleeds smile onto my face. But hey, everyone. Welcome to Steele Wars. I am Steele Saunders, and I do love Star Wars. And we are here to discuss just some banger episodes of Andor. And joining us is Obi-Wan Kenobi's frightened refugee. I call him... Are you ready for this?
I think so.
The Viceroy of Vibes. Corey Van Dyke.
Where you get this stuff from, man? You just pull it out. Wow.
I don't know.
Funny story is the other day, Aubrey and I were out in the area, and I was wearing this Obi-Wan shirt and this Obi-Wan hat, and she was just like, why all you have on is Obi-Wan like merchandise? And then we were buying something, and I pulled out my wallet, which is also Obi-Wan themed. And it was a joy.
And in your wallet is your payroll check.
And my wallet is my actually my fitting number.
Ah, yeah. Mine's up here somewhere. I am 6007, Corey, is my costume number.
That's a pretty good one, dude.
It's not bad. But Corey, I'm not sure if you like we're very good friends, but I feel like we've got different social norms. Like the way we interact with the public is a little bit different.
Yeah.
Now, if I so happened to have an Obi-Wan Kenobi hat on and an Obi-Wan Kenobi t-shirt on, and I was talking to someone, I would find it a little bit too uncomfortable and on the nose to bring up the fact that I was in Obi-Wan Kenobi. Whereas I feel like you would have no problem revealing this at this time.
I've actually held back a lot more now.
Oh.
I used to do it all the time with Aubrey, and it got to the point where she was like, hey, maybe don't bring it up to every single person we interact with. Because I would be like, I'd be at the movie theater, right? And I'd have the Obi-Wan hat on, and it was like those movie theaters where like the waiters come to you and
maybe don't bring it up when you're dressed as the Star Wars section's target mannequin.
So somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh, that's a cool hat," and I went, "Well, actually," and just was like, "Yeah, I worked on Obi-Wan," and I could see Aubrey like sinking into her chair. So, yeah, I've tried to hold back on that a lot more. Yeah, but it's a Star Wars show, so I figured I'd wear the shirt today too, because it's fitting today. But yeah.
We have not discussed this at all.
Okay.
The Star Wars series titled Andor.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we would have talked about it a fair bit on the night. We did go to the premiere. I totally forgot. So we went to the premiere, which was, we'll get to that. It was tremendously a good time. But then we had last night's episode, which was one of the best things I've ever seen.
It was really good. Yeah, my God. Yeah. Because I remember when we got out of the theater initially, the first 3 episodes, I think all of us were like, yeah, that was really pretty decent Star Wars, but for me at least, I wasn't like, this is the second coming of Star Wars, I was like, it's cool, it's fine.
I agree. Yeah. I was like, oh, that was good.
Yeah.
And it, like, definitely the last episode picked up.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not sure if it was just the circumstance we were watching it, or the second viewing filled in a lot of gaps for me, that I was picking up hints of things that would happen later on. You know, for instance, like when they're at that Imperial, or no, the corporate base, and a few of the underlings say, oh, people hit there are a bit different.
Yeah.
And then when it's like, you know, they've got that whole sort of carny, you know, like gypsy communication, you know, the whole town sort of forms together. Like, all that stuff was so sweet. But when I watched it at home a few days later, I was like, oh, like the first two episodes I liked a lot more. I liked it, but the first two episodes I found a lot more engaging. Then that third episode, I was just like, whew, like just a ripper, and like the tension in the second half. But then this one, like,
level.
like all the pieces are there. It's like just an amazing like EU novel,
Yes.
like a real good thinky one.
Yeah.
And like all the sub stories, I'm just like gripped by.
Yeah. Well, I think what hit different with this episode too was I was really excited to see the Imperial side of things, and what that was like for all the like secondary Imperial characters. And it's cool to get in the minds of all of them and see kind of that workplace drama occurring, right? And also, I can't like emphasize enough, the acting in this show is unreal. Like Genevieve O'Reilly and Stellan Skarsgård in that in all those scenes together was unreal. Like,
Listen, here and now, I want to call them out. Not by name, but by vibe. The people that doubted Lutheran. Or Luthen, sorry. Oh, he's a double agent maybe. Come on.
no, yeah, no.
He's as legit as they come. He's proved himself.
Dude, when he was putting on the rings and the wig and like giving himself a nice hot towel on his face, oh my gosh.
I love a hot towel after a shave, by the way. But I loved when he got into costume and he had his wig on and stuff, and then he sort of did the pose, like the wrestling, like sort of like Randy Orton entering the ring.
Yeah.
And then he was like in character, and then he like sort of souped back to just like, oh,
So good.
this dude's like, I reckon he definitely thinks his Coruscant character's a kook.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. Also, I loved thinking back to Tony Gilroy going, no fan service, no Easter eggs. Dude, I swear, from like start to finish in this episode, they do it so well too. Like all the little nods to other Star Wars projects are so well done in this that like you don't have to be a fan to, you know, you probably won't pick up on it if you're, you know, a hardcore fan, but if you are a fan like us, you know all these references and all this stuff in the background. And it's not like, it's just beautifully done.
I feel like the process of it, they do it like a very good way on this, where it's sort of like they've got that scene in the ISB. Oh, that ISB building, by the way.
Oh my gosh.
Oof.
Yeah, so nice.
So much spray and wipe. Glass formula. Wow, they must have little droids. Ooh. Or maybe they have glass that doesn't smudge.
That'll be next week's episode of the droids, yeah.
I think they do have glass that never smudges in Star Wars, because you never see smudged glass in Star Wars.
That's true.
Because they mop the floor straight away. But anyway, yeah, they've got that scene in the ISB, and I feel like they've got the dialogue, and then they just sort of like, you know, FaceTime with Pablo, and then he's like, oh, we want him to say this, and he just fills in the like, the Star Warsism. So it's not like it's sort of like a true Easter egg in that like they're not forcing things in. Like, you know, Tony Gilroy's like, oh, I love the Ryloth sector. It's my favorite sector. I've got to get a mention for the Ryloth. Oh, love it. What a sector.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it just flowed just so brilliantly. I also love like the way Luthen, how's like engaged he is in everything, but he's sort of also has got all these stopgaps.
Yeah.
Of like, you know, he's doesn't exist to that, the Sinister Seven or whatever, all that stuff, and just the pressure that Mon Mothma's under, like, oh, totally feeling it.
And I feel bad for her.
Yes.
Husband.
Oh,
the worst. My gosh. But also, what a freaking crazy idea that next week we might be getting a dinner party with all background characters from the prequel trilogy. That's just they mentioned a character, Sly Moore, was gonna. Did you pick up on that? It was
I know Sly Moore.
Yeah.
Or I've met her. What is her name? But she did a convention in Melbourne because she's from Sydney.
I wonder if they brought her back.
She definitely could do it again.
Yeah.
Because she's looks very similar, and then once you got the makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
But, what was Sly Moore's name? But someone Google that and put it in the chat for me. Sly Moore, but she was such a good convention guest. Wasn't a big Star Wars fan before Revenge of the Sith, but just sort of got in on the excitement of it. But I really easily straight in to my top 5 worst Star Wars characters of all time. Not even ones I can joke about. Do you know what I mean? There's ones that are bad that you just love, but I'd like to see him possibly shot in the neck. That'd be a good progression of the character. Sandy Finlay, thank you, Kermit the Pog. She rules. So, but it was those characters getting brought in. What about the scene in this latest one, and just the characters and the dialogue and the acting? It's just it's so good with that ISB agent that goes to the planet to take it over for the Empire.
Yeah.
And he's just serving those 3 dudes.
Yeah.
And it was so good because they were such dicks in the first 3 episodes to see them then cop it, especially that the dude that puts up his hand.
Yeah.
Because there's no saving him. He's just a true and true born and bred fascist. He knows what he's getting up to and he loves it. But what do you reckon with old Cyril? What's the future got? I tell you what, I feel that scene where he got home.
Yes.
And the mother slapped him and then hugged him. I feel that's you when you get home after a Star Wars convention. Your mum opens the door, slaps you because you've got all these boxes of things to sell or collect or whatever, and then gives you a big hug. He made it. My Corey made it home.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude, I laughed so hard when that happened. It's just there was something so satisfying about that when he got slapped. I'm very interested in where his character goes from here, because they're in some trouble. If I'm this is his home, I guess, on Coruscant. First off, Coruscant.
It's not. That wasn't Coruscant.
Really?
No, that was just the planet that they were on. That wasn't Coruscant.
I don't know, because when we cut to Coruscant, when we saw the ISB building.
Yeah, but he wasn't in it. Wait there. I'm
fairly certain.
All right, you keep talking. You keep talking.
Yeah.
I've got this episode up, so
yeah. Seeing Coruscant again, I think that's top 5.
Yeah, like Coruscant is in it.
Yeah.
But that guy from the ISB went to the planet and fired them, and then he walked home.
Okay.
But you keep talking, and I'll find the
You're
part.
probably right. Yeah. No, but seeing Coruscant again, that's what I wanted to see so badly in the sequel trilogy, was getting Coruscant. So seeing Coruscant brought to life again, and it looks so good with the new CG, and just, oh my gosh, what a what a dream come true to see Coruscant in its full glory again, and not just a little bit of Coruscant, but when you hear the cars
Okay.
zooming by.
All right. So he's at an airport. He lands,
Okay,
and now he's walking.
okay, so not Coruscant.
No, no, no. It's like I just don't think it's. I just think it's a different planet. It's definitely a big city planet, but I don't. There's no indication that this is Coruscant, and I just think it would be weird as like.
Okay, people in the comments are saying that's where they were at. Well, that's where ISB was, but not sure if that's where.
Yeah, ISB
Yeah.
definitely was. But he's like, I'm just watching it now to see if he gets connected into it. But I just find it weird that this guy working for the corporate sector security out, mid rim,
Yeah.
his mum lives on Coruscant. But I'm just waiting to see how this pans out. I kind of think it's just an undefined planet at this point.
Let's see.
Wait there. I always get the impression Cyril was on Coruscant and it has to connect Daedra to Cyril. Well, you're just playing Andor theory sucks there.
Yeah, because I thought that. Hold on, let me check out this scene. I swear that.
Well, he's at his mum's house now on my.
Yeah.
He's about to get slapped. Corey, so many Funkos. Oh, Corey, I love you.
Also, God, I don't remember the actor's name right now, but for those of you who have seen The Punisher, the guy, one of the main actors of The Punisher, is in it, and he was in that show The Bear. I don't know if you heard of that show before.
Okay, wait up. So, yeah, it doesn't define it, but everyone's saying.
Uh-oh. Oh, I don't know. I think Steele just cut out, but until he comes back, yeah, I'm looking at the scene now, and I definitely think that's Coruscant. Yeah, it's got it because it cuts right. Yeah, it cuts right to it. Oh yeah, totally is Coruscant. Yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, it's first off. I think I don't know if Steele can hear us or not, but he's cut out. But did you guys like the episode or not? I love this episode. I thought it was honestly like a 9 out of 10, maybe even 9.5 out of 10. It was engaging from start to finish. It's like setting up the rest of the season perfectly. I think all the acting in it is on a whole other level. I mean, again, seeing Coruscant again is just like it's unreal to me that we're getting what we're getting. It was cool seeing Coruscant and Kenobi for the little bit that we did, but it was like clearly like the volume you could kind of tell, which is fine. But there was something about seeing like the whole world, the whole city built, and they have a whole CG rendered Coruscant, I'm sure. But yeah, that was cool. I really liked the new characters that were introduced with Cassian. I forget all their names, but yeah, if you guys have seen The Punisher, the actor who plays David Leverman, I think his name was, which was Frank's like don't call him a sidekick, but like I guess person who was helping him in the first season of the show, played one of those partisans, which was cool. I'm assuming these are somehow connected to Saw Gerrera. Obviously, in the trailers, we see Saw in like a mountainy area. Um, but it's cool seeing all these different rebel cells. So, kind of like the Ghost Crew, they were a specific cell without being a part of the larger rebellion at first, and it seems like these guys are too. And then also Cassian saying that he fought in the Battle of Mimban was pretty huge because that I think lines up with when Han was in the Empire. So that's kind of a big deal to get that at first. So I'm a little confused if Cassian was saying he was fighting on the side of the Empire. I think that he said there was only 50 of us alive, so that's kind of a big. Again, it's just funny because Tony Gilroy was so adamant about like no fan service, no Easter eggs or anything, but I do think that this show, we've got the most of it so far. And not only that, but it's done so beautifully where like it's not shoved in your face, right? So it's not like, and I don't agree with the term fan service anyways. I think it's really dumb. Um, I think like everything is fan service because it should be because it's Star Wars and Star Wars fans. Um, but the way that it was done here was like enough for all of us to pick up on it. They mentioned the Rakatan people from KOTOR with the necklace. All right, let's check some of the comments here. See a comic where Han meets Cassian on Mimban. Yeah, or maybe we'll just get Alden Ehrenreich at the end of the show as a flashback. Um, people who whine about fan service / Easter eggs don't know what Mimban is. Yeah. Well, it's interesting because I saw like some people talking about how Force Unleashed fans rise up. Yes, oh my gosh, Starkiller's armor and everything was just like I know that was his helmet. I don't think that was his armor, but I have so many questions about that. Zoe's in the chat. How are you? Zoe was actually at the premiere as well.
Hi,
There
hi,
you
Corey.
are. Can you hear me?
I can. My somehow my battery of my computer went out while it was plugged in. All right, I should be on the other one now.
There we go. Zoe says the whole reason that we even get Star Wars fans is because they're servicing the fans. Exactly. Yeah. I really like how Luthen is acting like Ahsoka did as Fulcrum in season 1 with Hera hiding from the rest of the cell and only reporting with Weeder and Seeker. Wonderful. Ooh, you got some bad feedback, Steele.
Yeah, I know. I can't get this. Whoa. Hey, man.
Whoa.
There you go.
Sounded like a Star Wars sound.
Well, you're talking about fan service and stuff, and it's not. I think fan service it can be defined so many different ways.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I find it's far more. This has just got it just interconnect. Like it's so natural.
Exactly.
Like it's not.
Yeah,
it's not like Ponda Barber.
Right.
It's weird that he like secretly directed like one of the worst fan service like moments of all time.
Yeah, that one was bad.
Like, and because it didn't even like you needed like a Pablo Hidalgo like tweet thread to explain how they could make it to Tatooine in time, like for Star Wars.
Yep.
But yeah, all the little references and stuff has been. It's just. Oh, so where did we get with the Cyril? Does everyone in the chat?
Yeah, I looked at the scene again. It's definitely Coruscant. Yeah, it's definitely
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, because, and I think this is the first time we've really seen like a regular civilian apartment in Coruscant, which is kind of cool too. It's just like this nice little. Like I'm excited to see the inside of it.
Hey, so do you reckon Cyril's going to turn, or is he just going to get worse?
I think it's going to get worse. I think he'll like join
Cyril.
the Empire, and then I do think maybe by season 2 there might be a bit of a turn for him. I don't know. I just feel like they always do that, so I would be shocked if they didn't this time around too. But like, it's so interesting how like. He's clearly pretentious, but you can sometimes almost feel bad for each character at times, which is cool because they're doing a phenomenal job with the writing.
Can I just step in?
Yes.
Brent, buddy, love ya. But he says, did you hear Mothma say, I know someone who I think can help me? Ahsoka, I feel like it could be by this point in time.
Well,
dude.
There's actually, I don't think it will happen, but there's actually reasoning for it. And at this time period right now.
Oh no!
No!
You idiot!
There's the Fulcrum agents, which I believe is what Luthen is, and we'll probably hear at some point. Cassian becomes a Fulcrum agent. It's these characters that are helping different rebel cells, which is what Luthen's doing that we saw. The only other active Fulcrum agent right now is Ahsoka. But I think if Luthen had said that, I would be more on that boat. But I think with Mon Mothma, I kind of felt like she might have been talking about, like, maybe even like Bail Organa, or.
But Bail's already in it. Like, he's OG. Like, do you know what I mean? He was there when the Jedi were getting slain. Like, he's not getting won over. He's OG. And, you know, he's already off doing secret missions. Where does this point in time fall in with Kenobi? It's after Kenobi, yeah? By 5 years.
This is 5 years after Kenobi.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so...
Well, no, hold on. This is 5 years before Rogue One, right?
Yeah, 5 years before Star Wars, and Kenobi was 10 years before Star Wars. Because Luke Skywalker's 9.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Yeah. Okay.
I could tell when I was just standing opposite him on set.
Yes, as one does.
As one does. I just love this comment. Dylan Dagnell, Tony Coy, sorry, I can't even get it out. Tony Gilroy thinks Ahsoka is a water gun. And then Brent says we won't see Ahsoka this season though. No, Brent. No, you're going to lead to disappointment, buddy.
I think we're going to see her next season.
Oh, Corey.
I think it's going to happen. Mark my words, in 2024.
No.
It's honestly like your worst take. And you have some pretty bad takes. I love you, but you have some pretty bad takes.
Oh, man. We need to have like a bingo sheet each year for like what we think is going to happen in each Star Wars show and just fill it out.
All right, I'm putting it all on the line. 0 Ahsoka. 0.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I don't think so, man.
0.
I think we're gonna see a scene with Cassian and Ahsoka.
This is not how they write. Like, it's like Ahsoka is just not fundamental. And even in The Mandalorian, like in the Book of Boba Fett, her role in it was purely to cameo. And I just don't think they're going to do that.
Well,
like, to be honest, like her
yeah.
it wasn't like a fundamental cog in the story progression.
I would agree that, like, you could argue that even each Fulcrum agent might not even know that there's like multiple, because it's like that secret. So I could see that being the case too. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. I feel like if okay, so if somebody would have asked me this last week, I would have said no way. But honestly, after this episode, I think anything's possible. And I believe in Tales of the Jedi, we're gonna see like the first introduction of how Ahsoka becomes a Fulcrum agent. So it's like they're about to set that up with Bail being in it and whatnot. So I have to see. So Fulcrum it's a high up rebel spy that puts together rebel cells and brings them into the larger rebellion. So kind of what Luthen's doing right now, and what Ahsoka does in Rebels.
All right, and here we've got a comment from the yin to your yang, Corey, from Robbo.
Oh, great.
Ahsoka is getting her own show, in capitals. We are getting more than enough Ahsoka. Agreed.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is she doesn't need to be in the show. I just think that if you're connecting all the Fulcrum agents, it would make sense for her to be in it, because that's what she is in this timeline.
But you're not. You're not connecting all the Fulcrum agents.
Yeah, I agree with Zoe. We can never get enough Ahsoka. Absolutely. Robbo.
Yeah, Robbo thinks differently.
Yeah,
look, these are
that way, man. Oh man.
She can be a hologram in a hood for all we need there. Yeah, but it's just not what they're doing. They're like they're going for story big points, not for cameo
honest,
big
though,
points.
it makes more sense if she appeared in Andor versus when she appeared in The Mandalorian, which is kind of funny to think about.
Yeah, no, yeah. Oh no, The Mandalorian. No, that made Boba Fett. That one was a bit like, it was good, but it wasn't like as intertwined as like, it's not even, is it even like defined why she's just hanging out, she's cruising past for
there,
just popping in. Hey,
yeah, it's just, I still love it, but it is very much like character of the week for sure.
All right.
So Sam Govan asks, is Orin-Free Ta going to make an appearance? Yeah, see, that's what I want. I want Orin-Free Ta at the dinner table.
The hey, at the premiere, did you know sitting in like about 4 rows in front of us was Erin Kellyman?
Was it actually? Like, she was actually like right there?
Yeah, did I don't know if I pointed it out to you or just thought it, but I was like, oh, that girl looks like Erin Kellyman. And then I was just like, ah!
You told me after that you thought she might have been there, but I didn't know she was like right there.
Ah, okay.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, have you got any other premiere memories?
It was funny because we got like at first the whole row to ourselves, which was fun. And I think the funniest moment in the premiere for me is when Tim dies and Steele just starts clapping and laughing at the same time. And like, it was like enough for everyone to hear too. So everyone in that audience knows someone cheered when Tim died. And that was just like, that just made, yeah.
Zoe was there and she says, I heard that. Sorry, Zoe.
Night for me. That was great. And then right after the premiere, Steele and I were walking around one of the like mall areas, and there was a like Rosario Dawson, I guess, promotion for like perfume. And so Steele took a picture of me and tweeted it out saying I met Rosario Dawson. And then Rosario Dawson liked that tweet and I thought that was very funny. So it was a night of fun times.
Great times. Got to see the Star Wars explainers.
We did, yeah. We
hang out at Scum and Villainy. I gotta say, if you're in LA, you've got to go to the Scum and Villainy on Hollywood Boulevard. Yeah. And do yourself a favor. Save some space in that tummy. Because the crew down there in that kitchen, they know how to melt cheese.
Dude, that was one of the best burgers I've had in my life there. It was very good. Very good food. And it's like, typically bar food isn't great, but it was really good there. So you should go. Nicely priced, yeah. We met up with our friend Art there, and we just all, hung out, and it was fun. Perfect. That's a perfect way to do it.
Zoe says, I went to Scum and Villainy for my 21st birthday. I know, Zoe, but I only knew after the date of your birth date because your dad relies on Instagram Messenger far more than I do. So I hate sending those messages where it's like, is this next Monday or last Monday? And you're just like, it was last Monday. What? How about the introduction, Corey, of the Star Wars brothel?
Yeah, that's
Cassian rocking in there like a space-bound Mike Pappas, loving it.
Yeah, it was cool, man. I mean, it's cool to see like the grittiness of the galaxy too. It's interesting. And
this
even
sorry, Corey.
Go ahead.
This is what I am interested in, and I've sadly probably in a way got to just keep like doing the podcast for another 15 years to discover this. But I'd love to talk to someone that they watched Cassian or Andor, sorry, when they were a child, and then later on in life they were like, "Oh, that's what that place was." Do you know what I mean? Like, because like if you watched it, like, you know, like if Harry watched it, and he's not up for watching Andor at this point in his life, but he is getting a sweet Mandalorian costume tomorrow for his birthday.
That's cool.
Oh, it's got a little strap-on Yoda.
Oh, that's cute.
So he's going to be walking around Disneyland tomorrow, like
ready to go. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be people saying, oh, you know, the Mandalorian doesn't debut at Galaxy's Edge until November. It's going to be there tomorrow, buddy. Patrolling, looking for Chewbacca. He wants to meet Chewbacca desperately.
Grogu and everything.
But yeah, it'd just be funny to, like, you know, you watch movies and you sort of don't get stuff, and then I tell you my version of this. Have you ever seen one of the Police Academy movies, Corey?
Yeah.
The comedy in it does not age well for the year 2022.
No.
But in the 80s, they were just a hit. Steve Guttenberg was the king of the world. But there was this ongoing gag in it where someone would be standing at a lectern and there'd be a lady hiding in the lectern. And they would put the man off from talking in front of all the people. And when I first saw Police Academy, I was at an age where I didn't understand why were they put off? Was she tickling them? Like, what? And then later on, I was like, oh, okay, that's what was going on. So, I just want to know.
Out a bit. It's like
I want to follow the path of a young Cassian watcher, and
yeah, Steele, your microphone's like cracking in and out.
Just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh God! Right there.
I think Steele's computer might be on the way out. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. I think the heat wave fried your computer, man. All right, let's see. What else we got? More comments. It's like watching The Simpsons. The older you get, the more references you get. Yeah, I feel like every time, and I don't do this often. I haven't even seen all like Disney movies, but every time I rewatch like a Disney animated film, I get the references now that they put in there for the adults that I would not have gotten like as a kid at all. So it's always interesting watching like cartoons through the perspective of knowing that writers put things like that in there. Yeah, is there any other Star Wars news other than Andor? I don't think so. Nothing's. Today actually was supposed to be the release of Bad Batch Season 2 originally, so this would have been our first kind of side-by-side Star Wars release, but unfortunately it was delayed to 2023. But, I mean, at least that means we'll still get weekly Star Wars. I think the only month we're not getting Star Wars content is December of this year. And that's it. I mean, other than that, because January to April, you got Bad Batch, and then probably May to like July, you got Mando, and then probably August to like October, you've got Ahsoka. So, you know, it's a lot. All right, let's see. Magic test.
Hello?
It's still cracking.
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Am I not here?
You're here.
Hello?
This is like the new James Earl Jones technology they're using for Vader, but it's just
Oh my God.
not quite there. Yeah, but no Bad Batch today. Little sad about not seeing the boys for a bit, but is what it is, and of course Omega as well. Yeah, I was excited to hopefully see them soon. All right, there we go. This is better. Also, everyone, look at Steele's haircut. Look at him fresh. You can really see it from this angle.
All right, am I here?
Yes.
Excellent. David, is he doing a bit now? Oh wait, I should do it off here. Is this gonna work? Oh yeah, here. Sweet.
Yeah, perfect.
Amazing. No, I also have to say, listen, if you're gonna comment, you need a new computer. I don't hawk out, for stuff like this on the internet much. But that's got to be in a super chat. If you're like, hey, you need to find it. Like, do you know what I mean? Otherwise, like obviously, I would like to have a new computer, yes, but yeah. So if you want to add to my, you should have to pay to add to my anxiety about not having a new computer. Okay, but I am, I've been hinting at. Oh, I'm on the other screen now. This is very weird. Because I'm in the middle of that big project I keep hinting at for the shop, my computer has been driven to the brink of memory or whatever. How have we been doing this? 40 minutes. And I'm only joking, Brent, about the super chat thing. It's just a good joke. But some jokes are the funniest because they are so cutting and honest. But it's still a joke. Hey, all right, I've got some notes from the other episodes, Corey. If you're still there, in the space brothel, the madam or the boss's hair, amazing.
Oh yeah, it's very. I don't think we've ever seen like a Star Wars haircut quite like that.
Flat top.
Looks cool.
Flat top. What would you do if Aubrey came home with that?
Man, that'd be different.
Do you think the sister's going to come back into it?
Yes.
Do you think the sister's in it?
I think I feel like the sister might be a part of the Empire.
Wait there. Is this coming up on the screen?
No.
I don't know why it's not.
It's okay. You need a new fund for your phone too.
The phone's brand new, actually. The laptop, though, is just...
We have to give to the cause, everyone. It's
Thank you, Corey.
If you want to see this content weekly and you don't want any interruptions, it's the only way.
Frozen computer.
Add to the fund.
Right there. Let's get that off.
Yeah, I think there's a couple things I could do with her sister. I think one would be, well, they said, wasn't she? Well, she was a part of the brothel, wasn't she, at one point? Like,
well, see, that's why I don't think she's going to be like an Imperial or in the Empire, because it seems like she's running pretty low.
Yeah.
Like, you could, oh no, she's been established as, there's no way she could be the, that girl working at the ISB. Do you think she's like, is she secretly with the Resistance?
That could be cool. I mean, it would be a twist if like Luthen knows who she is and just isn't telling Cassian yet or something.
No, but
maybe that's who Mon Mothma's talking about. Who knows?
No, I don't think that. No, if she's like a double agent, she's already in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But, like, is she the one that's helping, like, get the word out that these parts are there? Because she's that, like, it's her jurisdiction. And so either she's trying to make sure she doesn't get burnt for it happening under her watch, or it's her fault on purpose.
I think the best theory, Dylan says, maybe she's Ahsoka.
Very good. Oh, wait. How do I get that one up? There you And Brent says Deidre, I think her name was.
Was Deidre the ISB agent, or was that?
Yeah.
Because Luthen's assistant, I think, is going to come more into play as well.
Yeah, is she the one that says you're slipping?
No, but she says something in one of the trailers because she's got like a hood up, and she says something like rebellion-y. So
who's saying to Luthen in the trailer that he's slipping?
It's there. You see this scene. It's like it's some woman. I'm not sure who she is. If that's like maybe his wife or
okay.
On there.
What did you say? Just some woman. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Interesting kind of phrase.
just like another like a random woman, but I think it's probably his wife, if I were to guess. All the connections.
Wait there, how do I get this off? Maybe it's Saw.
I don't think so, because I think Saw's on that planet that Cassian's on right now. I think he's already established there.
I tell you what's interesting about the whole thing is because it's very light on Star Wars references and characters that you already know. You're not, or maybe it's just very well done, but I'm not like second guessing things. Like quite often I'm like, when I'm watching shows, I wish I just had done this a little bit different and stuff. Like I don't really have, apart from having that Star Wars opening at the start, it's, I've got no like little bugbears really. How about you?
Yeah. Well, I was saying we were talking about this last week, but it's not necessarily a show. It's like you can do reactions too, right?
Yeah, not at all.
Yeah, but I think just like hearing the TIE fighters again is always really exciting, and seeing them.
Oh, they were terrifying when they flew over.
Yeah, that was cool. I'm excited to see more of that. I still think we get Krennic in the season at some point. I think by the end of it, we'll see him.
Dude.
Yeah.
What was I going to say about Star Wars references and stuff? No, I've lost it. But what was I going to say about that? Nah, gone. Sorry, I'm also trying to restart my computer at the same time. It's quite an operation here. So then there's that team. I thought all that was done pretty well. Like they didn't have to. Like I was sort of worried when the team. Sometimes you got to go through that 3 minutes of like, and this is my character,
right?
On this, and get a bit Bad Batchy. I saw you today complaining that the Bad Batch was meant to be released today, Corey.
Yeah.
How I just, it's insane that like that episode comes out and by the morning you're like, but still, like,
no, it's just yeah, it's just yeah, I don't know. I was saying when you were gone that it still works out so well because we're gonna get weekly Star Wars now because of that into like next year. December is the only month that we don't get Star Wars content, but then in January it's just like full on.
No Star Wars in December, did you say?
Yeah, no Star Wars in December.
No way.
But we do get Tales of the Jedi in like 3 weeks, and we've got Andor.
So when's Mandalorian season 3?
It got pushed, so no one's sure yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ah, it was meant to be December, yeah.
A long time ago it was December, but now it's February, and then February got delayed, so I think it's going to be May now.
So this is the last live action till May.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's going to be a minute.
Damn.
Yeah, kind of sad, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Bad Batch and getting back into the animated stuff. It's cool that they all get their time to shine. Not only that, but it's kind of crazy that in 3 weeks we're gonna have the entirety of Tales of the Jedi and a new Andor episode all at once. So that's gonna be
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All on the same day.
all on the same day. It's 6 episodes of Tales of the Jedi and Andor. So, and I think the runtime on Tales of the Jedi for all of them is like an hour and a half. So it's gonna be a packed Star Wars night, if you will.
Yeah, 2-pack. It's odd they wouldn't just hold that out for Christmas.
Yeah, I think that would have been better.
Do it on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, or even like drop it on a Friday. Maybe not the same night as like Andor. But
I'm split. What are you watching first, Corey?
Tales of the Jedi. Yeah. Have to.
You and your animation. Right?
Yeah. I feel like that's where I'm gonna do like content for like reactions and stuff for Tales of the Jedi, but I don't know, maybe not.
Oh my God, it's Yaddle. Yaddle's back.
Yeah, I just like Tales of the Jedi, man. There's like literally an episode that's specifically in the Clone Wars era. That's just, yeah, I gotta be there for that. Gotta see it. Gotta see it first.
Let's see. I might be getting back on my computer to wrap up.
And of course, that'll be the episode of Andor that Ahsoka shows up in too. So it'll be a double whammy. Oh man, we'll see.
Wait there. I'll get my notes back up. I just restarted my computer.
Do you think we could see Vivian as Leia at some point in the show? Or do you think the timeline's just not right for that?
Yeah,
probably not, because it's a whole 5 years right after Kenobi.
I can't see a feasible reason in the story why you'd ship her over to London.
Yeah, I feel like it would have to be in like the Senate chambers and when they're all arguing and stuff, and you could have her there for a second. Uh-oh, we got the TIE fighter noises.
Right there. Stop.
I
So
can't
good.
wait for that.
Can you hear me again?
Yes. I can't wait for eventually everyone to see our driving to Kenobi videos where Steele and I drive to the set of Kenobi and drive back. Like there's some gold in there that I'm excited for.
Once I finish my big shot project, buddy, I'm so close to finishing it. It's insane.
See, there's your December Star Wars content right there.
It's oh yeah, true. It's honestly, it could end up being like 700 hours work. It's just insane, but it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. But yeah, because I've got all those videos from us going, around Kenobi. I've got all the videos from Celebration. Most of them I haven't put up. Haven't put up the live show yet. There's when we showed everyone the Kenobi background little cameo in the hotel room. Man. But yeah, so my plan is like once I've finished my project, I'm gonna at least one video a week, like going through that storyline of like, and it will go way back to before I was on Kenobi. We started recording stuff. And then I go to the fittings, and then there's the other days we're at the place, and then we recorded little secret episodes, and then all the content that I filmed at Celebration and stuff. So it's sort of going to be a progression up until everyone finds out our crazy little secret, or my secret.
Like a new Disney Plus series, but we made it. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Corey. I think. Oh, wait. I'll just see if there's anything else in my little notes thing that I want to get off my chest. The droid named Be More Emo. It's just like it's a credit to the show's quality that I have learnt to ignore that name and continue on. I kind of hope he doesn't find his sister, just for something different.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
I don't even want him to find out that she's dead or not. I think that's just
never finds out.
Yeah, just I don't know.
Okay.
I just think there'd be something a little bit different. When Andor killed those two corporate guys, security guys in the red zone or whatever, my note was, those pricks, good to see those pricks dead. So that was good. I've got a question. That ship that crashes,
Yeah.
is it getting shot down? Is it crashing?
I feel like it got shot down. Yeah. There was a little database entry thing on StarWars.com of that scene. So apparently that is a separatist ship that gets shot down, and the Republic's on its way to go and see what happens. So I'm assuming the Republic shot it down.
Because it's in the Clone Wars.
Well, apparently this is StarWars.com said this is a little bit before the Clone Wars. So this is when things, I guess, tensions are really high before the war breaks out. So it's even more.
Got you.
Like the timeline we haven't seen before.
I'm fascinated to get back to this other, because this story's out of the mix at the moment. But that yellow gas, why is everyone yellowed up? What's going on?
Yeah, I wonder, were those aliens, or was it just the gas that got them? Or I don't know.
Brent, not every character has to be another character. Brent, come on, buddy.
Yesterday when we Aubrey and I were watching and Luthen's ship started talking, I went, I wonder if that's going to be K2SO.
I loved how the little droid, be more emo, whatever, he used more energy when he lied.
Yeah.
I know some humans that don't have that issue.
I liked when the dog peed on B2 Emo, and he's just like, whatever. This is just my life. He just keeps going.
That scene where the boss is telling Cyril not to investigate. That was just like a ripping scene out of like a cop movie, like a crooked cop movie. This is the thing about Cyril. He's pure. He's just doing his job.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm interested, if he realizes this isn't I'm up for a face turn.
Yeah.
Desperately. Who do you want to end up being a good guy? The lady at the ISB or Cyril?
Cyril.
Because
I think the lady at the ISB, I could see her turning into a really good villain if she rises in the ranks. Because she's clearly wanting to do her job to the T and really investigate things. And she's in the Empire, so I have a feeling she probably, has an idea of what they're about, and I think she wants to excel in it.
Robbo says people actually focus on the story when they don't have cameos to freak out over.
Yeah.
The story also has to be there.
Yeah.
Because I love The Mandalorian and stuff, but a lot of it is it's that character. Do you know what I mean? It definitely is a big part of it where, Bo-Katan jetpacks down. It's oh my god, she's here. Well,
that's what I love about even the episode we just saw is I'm so invested in Luthen's character and Cyril and all these new characters, just because not only is the story just really good with them, but their performances and everything, and just it's so different from what we've gotten before that it's just super intriguing to me.
All right, Kermit the Pog says B2 Emo is voiced by the legendary Dave Chapman, not Alan Tudyk.
Oh wow.
That's what else have I got here. One of my notes was good when Tim died, but we've covered that. And then a follow-up note is also would like to see the English dude on the bus die. Remember that guy that just wouldn't shut up?
So annoying with
Shut up! You should have just put his little iPod earphones in and tuned him out. I tell you what this was in Star Wars. It must have been the 3rd episode, I'm guessing. The first ever booty call in Star Wars.
First ever, yeah.
Bix just popping in.
Yeah.
One last thrill for Tim before he gets it.
Well, I remember when we were in the theater and that was happening, I was like, what? Is this Star Wars? What's going on?
And people are just losing their minds over that. There's a very provocative shot where she opens up she gets undressed. It's I think that frame on Randy's Disney Plus is a little bit worn out. He seemed very taken with young Bix.
Did he? Oh, that's hilarious.
Oh
wow.
The quote, Corey. This is great. There's no room for doubt on the path to success. Cyril.
Oh, yes. I love that scene where he's talking to the other character, the Scottish character, and he's just like very into what he's doing. They're talking about the death of 2 employees, and he's like, exactly, like we have to do this. I'm glad somebody else agrees with me. I'm like, wow, this guy's into his job, man. Like, full on, ready to go.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite things in life, is when Robbo misdirects one of his critiques. And he says, could have done with an alien on the team, all human. And Dylan, killing it in the chat, says, Robbo, aren't they going to disguise as Imperial, though? Think it out, Robbo. Think it out, buddy. But that said, I would like more aliens in Star Wars.
Me too. Speaking of aliens, the extra. We got to talk about the extra. Yes. I mean, absolute, like, performance of the year, man. We have, like, a cat, like, alien.
Wait. We got to just... There might be some people that haven't seen it, so I'll see if I can get it up. What is that account called? It's like Crazy Star Wars Happenings or something.
Yeah. He put my running on Jabim to shame. He did. Or he absolutely crushed it.
Right there. You keep talking, Corey. I'll find
I will
it.
say the extras on Andor have been so fun to watch because I saw and Steele this when Book of Boba came out because we couldn't talk about Kenobi yet. I was like, dude, I just can't help but not watching all the extras now and seeing like what they do. And I gotta say that Andor, there's something about the direction that they're all given that's just like, I could watch those episodes like a few times over and just look at what everyone's doing in the background.
This is a good account to follow on Twitter, everyone. Crazy ass moments in Star Wars history, and the account is at @StarWars_moment. We just should do an episode going through this Twitter page because it's just gold. All right, here we go. Come on, share page. Come up, you little mongrel.
Zoe says, I'm deeply apologetic to both of you, but he is my new favorite extra in Star Wars. Okay, well, that's a little too far, but that's all right.
Here he comes. Get up there, you crazy kid.
Look at him. Oh my gosh. Well, and he's got like a whole other minute where he's like going through the town.
Really?
Yeah, it's a whole like, dude, it's like a minute long, and he's like kind of prancing in the town, looking everywhere, and like, it's really fascinating.
What a king. What a
Absolutely,
king.
look at him go.
We salute you, buddy.
Because you actually like in a little bit before that shot, you see him get on the phone. Well, there you go. Skippy, you can't beat that.
Skippy's a very popular Australian kangaroo TV star, just so you know. Zoe says, I saw this extra during the premiere because I was sitting on the side of the theatre where he was directly in front of me and became obsessed. Oh, man. He killed it. Wait there. Where's my little notes before I go? So I don't...
I wish the shot in Kenobi made it in where I'm walking to you in the alien costume. And, like, I can't see where I'm going. I can only barely see Steele in front of me. And I feel like that would have been a funny shot to have in the show.
My final note is every scene with Lutheran is the best. Or Luthen is the best.
Yeah,
so.
he's my favorite character in the show, for sure.
Ooh, favorite character?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the man. He's the man.
He's incredible. Yeah. There's a Lego of him already. There's a Lego Stellan Skarsgård. It's crazy.
Really?
Yeah.
James says, this is mesmerizing. Yeah, make sure you go follow that account. It's super good.
I have I have to show this at some point on here. I have a 19-minute supercut of all the moments where Aubrey and me and Steele are in Kenobi. Just
Oh, really?
It's a supercut. Yeah, I finished it the other day.
How long's it go for?
19 minutes.
What?
Yeah, that's how much there is in there.
No. Really?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, Zoe says his voice change from Rebel mode to Coruscant mode was really, really cool. It was. Love it. Putting on his rings.
Can't wait to see like the Imperial Senate in full action.
Sorry. Keep going. What was that? What was that thing that you were freaking out about? The suit of armor. It's from the Force Unleashed or something.
Yes, that's Starkiller's armor. There was so it's called Force Unleashed Ultimate Sith Edition, which was like a collector's edition of the first game.
Oh my god!
Oh, it's really nerdy, man. They have 3 additional levels in there where Starkiller works for the Emperor, and he's replaced Vader, but he's like all battle damage too, so he's got that helmet on, and that was the helmet that's in there. So also did you see the Mortis gods are in there too? They have a bunch of artwork or like stones with the Mortis symbols on it, which is crazy that's in there. There's some Sith holocrons in there, some Jedi holocrons.
I would like to just critique that after I think I've been podcasting for like maybe 12 years, you asked me a question and I shook my head. It's classic, great broadcasting skills that I've picked up over the years.
Yes, but I feel like people can infer that now if there's a pause.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. James says Luthen costumes will be hot this Halloween. Buddy, I'll tell you what costume will be hot tomorrow at Disneyland. The top of the line Mandalorian children's costume that my 4-year-old son will be rocking in Galaxy's Edge on his birthday with the world's biggest smile. It's just... I'm concerned that like he'll explode and will just be covered in like 4-year-old birthday meat. He just has no idea about how good it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be jeez, man.
He's going to get to drive the Millennium Falcon, the toy that hangs above his bed. That every night, do you know what he does? I've got the Death Star scene. You've seen it. This like all old Kennefic vehicles that like just where Han flies in to shoot the other TIE fighter, which is demonstrated by this little string with little coloured balls, a laser, if you will. But every night he looks at them all hanging off the roof and makes lasers. Like he goes, choo, 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 choo.
That's awesome.
And tomorrow he gets to go it because if you get sucked up in the illusion, you think you're going in that Millennium Falcon that's parked out the front.
Right.
At Galaxy's Edge, do you know what I mean? Like that.
Sure. Yeah, you see it and you're going in. Not only that, but you get the experience of like going through the line and then getting into the the corridors of the Falcon. Oh, you gotta record that. That's an experience.
I'll be on it. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Like this is how good it is, right? For a 4-year, I think he's just the best human I've ever met. I just think he's top bloke, right? But even still, I'm not sure if he deserves the unadulterated glee that's just going to get pumped into him. Like it's so like there's a full-size Millennium Falcon, and he is going to get to fly it up, and in his imagination, that will actually take off.
Yeah, that's. I can't even imagine that because that was not even a thing that we could do. Yeah, even Star Tours is probably gonna be insane for him. Yeah, Star Tours. Is he old enough to go on Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah, 40 inches.
There you go. Yeah, tomorrow. Oh my gosh, man.
How? Like when we go around that corner and there's AT-ATs, how do you deal with that if you're 4?
I'll tell you what, he's going to sleep well tomorrow night, that's for sure.
I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon. Which reminds me, I've got to wash his pram. He doesn't really use the pram anymore, but we figure he might need a midday sleep.
Do you have a pram?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Like a parent.
Got it. Okay. I thought you meant. See, I thought you meant you had a stroller that was like a pram, like from The Mandalorian.
Oh, a stroller is a pram in Australia.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I get you now. You don't understand my g'day mate terminology, bro.
That's right.
All right. Well, at that point, I feel like the show's gone on
long enough.
So, Corey, let us know where the good people of the internet can track down yourself.
You can follow me at Corey_Wolfpack on Twitter and Instagram, as well as the Convor Call on YouTube and Twitter.
All right. Just before we go, here's Kylo Ren's chest.
Wow.
So just catching up on that. If you've missed that recently, it's there. And Brent says, thanks, guys. It was fun. As always, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please hit a little like and all that good stuff. That would be fantastic. Enjoy your day, Steele. Thank you, Devesh. And you, Corey. Peace out. And may that force be with you, Corey. Sunday, Monday, Corey days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Corey days. Corey day. What a day for YouTube. This content is ours. Scoop along with me those Corey days.
Exploding birthday meat is the most disturbing thing I've ever heard in my life.